All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our third installment here from the New York State Baseball Hall of Fame induction ceremony, class of 2022. I'm Matthew Blitner. I'm here with Ron Blomberg, this casual laid-back man. For those of you who may not recognize his name, he's the first ever designated hitter in Major League Baseball history. Ron, first of all, congratulations on going to the New York State Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, Matthew, thank you. It's an honor to be up here. Came up from Atlanta, up in beautiful Troy, New York, Albany, close to Albany, and it was a great honor to be able to talk to you.
Now, Ron, 50 years ago, and I know it sounds like a long time, but you don't look a day over 30, 50 years ago, when you became the first ever designated hitter, by a matter of minutes, really, a matter of timing and coincidence, did you ever think that not just the American League and this gimmicky new rule, but both the AL and NL would be having a universal DH in every lineup in every game?
Well, I never thought, to be honest with you, I never thought the DH was even going to last over a year. I thought it was a gimmick up until probably about 35, 40 years ago. I never thought it was going to go universal. It just started getting, people started talking about it more and more interviews I did, more popularity that the DH got, more injuries that the American League, the National League, the American League pitchers got injured, being, had to go hit, and so I knew that it got legs. And I just started feeling that the National League's going to have to adopt it, and they did. Now it's universal. Now it's 50 years later. April the 6th, it's going to be 50 years. I never, ever thought that it was going to even last. And look at it now. I screwed up the game of baseball, and I screwed it up for 50 years already.
You screwed it up in a beautiful way, though. You traded new jobs, which the Players Association got to be happy about, because new roster spots for everyone. Ron, you were a part of not just an integral moment in baseball history, but you're now also part of carrying on the legacy of a former teammate in Thurman Munson. You wrote a book, Captain and Me.
Oh, absolutely.
You've written two books, one about your own story and one about Thurman. What does it mean to you to be that standard bearer, to bring forward those Yankees and Thurman to a generation of fans who forget about reading about Thurman or watching him, probably never heard about him because they're so young that they don't know about the Yankees in that era?
Well, you know, I played, of course, with Thurman for many, many years, and I was best friends with Thurman for many, many years. And he was such a go-getter. He was such a instrumental part of my life, and what he did with the New York Yankees and what he did with the game of baseball. He was a true captain. He was a true leader. He was blood and guts to the New York Yankees. And in the 77, 78 series, I mean, what he did for the game of baseball is incredible. And you come up to New York, you go up to the Hall of Fame up in Cooperstown. Everybody, of course, knows who he is. And he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, he was not elected to the Hall of Fame because I think, and because what I've heard of many people did not like his antics. He was very, very rough. He was rough around the edges to the sports writers, and the sports writers did not like him. He was not one of their boys.
You're trying to say that me? I'm not. Come on, sports writers, we're not all bad.
Well, no. I'm not saying. I'm not talking about. I think when he got into the older committee, the veteran committee, I think the older sports writers knew about him. Maybe did not, never covered him, but they knew about what he's done. And now you got the newer ones coming in, really doesn't know too much about him, so he's getting lost in the shuffle a little bit. But he should not be lost in the shuffle. He should be put in the Hall of Fame. What they did with Carlton Fisk, of course, he made it. Of course, you see the other catchers that made it. They are not better than Thurman. They are not better leader. They are not better hitters, and they are not better teammates. And I wrote The Captain and Me. The book did extremely well, and I'm going to keep on pushing. Hopefully something will happen with Thurman, and hopefully he'll make the Hall of Fame.
I certainly hope so. Bobby Mercer, of course, in his eulogy said that his friend may have been number 15, but he's number 1 in the doors of Cooperstown. I'm paraphrasing, of course. And Ron, before we let you go, Ron Blomberg, Hall of Famer. How's it sound?
Well, I got into the Jewish Hall of Fame also, and now I got into New York State Hall of Fame. It's a major honor. I mean, it's something that, I started, people look at me as the first DH in Major League Baseball, but it started, the first DH started a new era in the game of baseball. It really started a new era, and it just grew and grew and grew. And now, hey, for one at bat against Louis Tion, who got in with me, he made my accomplishment bigger and bigger and bigger. Nobody could ever take it away from me. And I had a great time with it. It's been fun. I've been on Facebook. It's been very successful. I wrote 2 books. It's been very successful. So, I mean, I'm having a good time with it.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah, hey, I enjoy life. I'm so happy I got to put the Yankee pinstripes on, my favorite team, the best team in all of athletics. And I got to put the Yankee pinstripes on and got to play in front of the best fans in the world, the New York Yankees and the New York fans.
Thank you so much, Ron. Thank you for playing for the Yankees. Thank you for being the first DH. Thank you for joining us here. And congratulations on going into the New York State Baseball Hall of Fame.
Matthew, thank you, and best of luck to you.